This is head Point Loma Nazarene baseball coach Joe Schaefer getting ready for the 2013 season. Just a couple of days away from opening day. Talk a little bit about you guys. Are they excited to get going? Coaches are excited to get going. It's always kind of special on opening day.
Oh, absolutely. We're real excited just to be part of a new conference, new association, and we got the regular excitement of just opening day and starting the spring, but the added benefit of the new conference schedule and travel and everything else. And the guys are real excited. We can't wait to get rolling.
Talk a little bit about the new conference, the Pacific West Conference. There's 4 teams in Hawaii, teams in the Bay Area, good baseball programs to the east of us here. Talk a little bit about what you know about it so far.
Well, we know, we're pretty familiar with the other former GSAC schools coming in and the strong baseball tradition within those programs, but the history of Dixie State and Grand Canyon having strong baseball programs are exciting. I know we're looking forward to getting to travel to those places and playing new ballparks against new teams and against good teams. We expect them to be very competitive. The Hawaii schools and the Bay Area schools are teams we don't have a whole lot of familiarity with, but I anticipate playing some pretty good baseball against those type of programs and getting a chance to see their new ballparks as well.
Your team last year in 2012, not a season up to your standards, I'm sure, Point Loma Nazarene standards normally, but you return everybody really except for draft pick Ricky Gingras. Position players pitching, you're loaded. Talk a little bit about, is that a good thing or a bad thing coming off that kind of year, and did you supplement that group, the newcomers, with or the returnees with newcomers?
Yeah, last year was a learning experience for us as a coaching staff and for our players. We just had a lot of youth, a lot of new players, guys that are haven't been playing college baseball for very long, and so it was a definite learning experience, like I said, for us and for the players. But when you're going through it, it's not a great thing, but now that we've got to see some of the benefits of those younger players and how much better they are now compared to last year, we're excited. I think we were young by design, and now we're seeing the benefit of that. Some of those younger players that got to play a lot last year, they're bigger, they're stronger, and they're a little more seasoned this year. So we filled in a couple key positions with some new players that I think supplement our lineup really well, and I think position player wise, with only losing one starting player, really, we added some depth and we added some role guys, and I'm excited based on what we have coming back and with what's coming in.
All right, let's break that down a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about that squad. Starting behind the plate and working your way around the infield, outfield a little bit. Talk about some of the stronger players, some of your veterans and newcomers that will help you right away.
Yeah, behind the plate, we got Kyle Cameron back after sitting out last season, and we also added 2 freshman catchers, and AJ Durr and Michael Randall. All 3 of those guys are just outstanding defensive players, and I see all 3 of them getting to play quite a bit this year, and in different games and different roles. We could put any one of them behind the plate, and we're going to be comfortable with it. In the infield, we got a lot of new faces. Our starting shortstop, Clint Harwick, he's been with us. He's in his 3rd year now and played almost every single game at shortstop, and he's going to be a mainstay out there at short and hit in the middle of the lineup and be a leader for our team. We added in some other new faces, and Jack Spawn, freshman first baseman, Zach Allen, second base, and Kyle Desimone, also second baseman. Both those 2 guys are transfers from good programs, and both of them are going to play significantly and give us some experience and some leadership in the infield. At third base, we have Tyler Norgren and Joe Keller. Tyler's a returner, DH'd a lot last season, and has really improved defensively and should see a lot of time at third base. And Joe Keller, a freshman, he can just flat out hit, and we love seeing him. The progress he's made just in the short time he's been out here, and anticipate him seeing a lot of time at third base and DH as well. Outfield is a strength for us. We have a lot of quality defensive outfielders, guys that can run. They do an excellent job in the outfield. Trey Hunt played almost every single game in center field for us last year, and he'll be back out there and hitting the middle lineup as well. We added Mike Marcoux, transfer from Cypress College. left-handed hitter, fits our program perfectly, runs well, handles the bat well, and can really cover ground out in the outfield, and he'll play both left and right field. And then we get Lucas DeCiccio back after a pretty solid freshman season last year. Lucas he's got a lot of good tools. He's got great arm strength. He can run. He's versatile. We can put him at first base if we need to. And he's a left-handed bat, which is something we don't have a whole lot of, but we do have some good ones.
Talk about your pitching. Your two starters that logged more innings than anybody else, Justin Lawrence, Tyler Garco, they're kind of the mainstay of your staff.
Yeah, we're going to depend on those guys a lot. They both had really good junior seasons last year in their first year with us. So, gaining that experience, we anticipate that they're going to be able to do the same thing they did last year, if not more. They kind of head the pitching staff in the 1 and 2 spot. We added 2 other transfer pitchers that are going to help us out tremendously in Mickey Dunleavy and Sebastian Santos. Both those guys are, big, strong right-handed arms. They have pretty good fastballs. They have great off-speed pitches, and they have the capability to work deep into games, which is something that we're going to need because we have a young, inexperienced bullpen. So having the ability to have starting pitching work deep into games and take some of the pressure off a young bullpen is going to be real beneficial.
All right. Talk about the makeup of your team, the style that you'll play in these games this year.
Well, we've kind of been building our team around our baseball field, to be honest with you. We don't have a ton of power as a team, and power doesn't necessarily help you in this yard anyway. So we do have a lot of team speed, and we have an excellent base running team. This is one of the best teams I've seen, without having played a game yet. And this is one of the best teams I've seen that has the ability to steal bases, take extra bases. They can make a lot of things happen on the base paths, which is exciting. So we anticipate being real aggressive on the base paths. We have some depth position player-wise, so we can move some guys in and out of the lineup. They're versatile enough to move them, around a couple different defensive positions. We've had teams in the past where you could sit back and wait for a 3-run home run late in the game, and we don't have that type of team, but we have the type of team that's going to consistently put pressure on defenses, which, that's what Point Loma baseball, in my opinion, is all about.
Opening day this Friday at 2 o'clock against Cal State Monterey Bay, and then you pick it up again on Saturday, doubleheader against the Otters at 11 a.m. Thanks for the chat, Joe.
Thank you.